The story of this forbidden anime begins with Nanami, the ever-dutiful wife, seeing off her husband as he leaves for work. Their topic is their anniversary, a lovey-dovey evening planned at a fancy hotel. With reservations already locked in for 7 p.m. sharp, Nanami, who is all smiles, looks forward to a night of love, luxury, and perhaps some culture. But while she's daydreaming about candlelit dinners, someone else has their eyes locked only on her. Enter the apartment caretaker, currently indulging in his favorite pastime, watching Nanami through his surveillance monitors like she's the lead in his own personal soap opera. Completely mesmerized, he studies her every move, analyzing her wifely perfection like a very dedicated film critic. Nanami appears at his door and greets him politely to discuss some issues with the renters committee. Seems innocent enough, but the caretaker has been waiting for this moment. The invitation is immediate for Nanami to step inside because he has something to show her. Nanami, ever the trusting soul, steps in, only to be hit with the words that freeze her in place. He doesn't just have something to show her. He has evidence. Nanami's worst nightmare materializes before her eyes, a photo she never wanted to see. But just as she's processing that horror, the caretaker ups the ante. It's not just a photo, it's a video. The screen lights up, and she sees her forbidden TikTok video played back like a greatest hits compilation. She watches in stunned silence, mortified beyond belief. Panic sets in as she begs him to stop, but the caretaker has been waiting for this moment for a very long time. With all the confidence of a man who knows he holds all the cards, the caretaker lays it out saying that he's seen everything, every embarrassing, compromising, and unthinkable TikTok video Nanami has secretly ever done within the walls of this building. As expected, he says he won't tell a soul, as long as she does everything he says. Meanwhile, in Nanami's mind, she's screaming. She was supposed to be home getting ready for her anniversary. A night of celebration, laughter, and champagne. Instead, she's trapped in a nightmare she never saw coming. Just like that, her day takes a very unexpected turn. Later in the evening, Nanami and her husband are basking in the glow of their anniversary dinner. They have been together for 3 years, and tonight, they're celebrating in style. Her husband, all smiles, expresses just how happy he is to be spending this moment with her. As the celebration escalates, Nanami hesitates for a second. The noise and the passion are all a bit overwhelming, but her husband, ever the reassuring type, whispers sweet nothings in her ear. He absolutely adores his wife, and tonight, he makes sure she knows it. Then, something unexpected happens. He notices a change in Nanami. She's more fearless that night, more uninhibited. She blushes at the thought, knowing that she's always carried a demure image. But there's no denying it. Something has shifted. It's their 3rd anniversary, and with it, a new milestone. They've decided that it's time to start a family. But as Nanami smiles at her husband, her mind betrays her. Memories of the apartment caretaker creep in. His voice, and his promise to keep her secret, a secret that must stay hidden, especially from the man sitting across from her. The morning after, Nanami crosses paths with the apartment caretaker once again. He watches her closely, but this time, he's focused on something else. Moments ago, she had been with her husband, seated in their car. He makes a statement that he knows. Nanami barely has time to react before he twists the knife again, using her secret as leverage. His demands are clear. She has no choice. Inside, she screams. This is too cruel. But on the outside, she remains frozen, trapped by his words, by his power over her. As she walks away, her thoughts are filled with one person, her husband, the man she swore to love, to cherish, to be faithful to. That night, she does everything she can to make it up to him. She does everything to erase the weight of the nightmare she endured that day. She tells him she just wants to be with him as much as possible, but he notices that her behavior isn't normal, that something's off. Another day, another meeting with the apartment caretaker. This time, he's chosen an even riskier location for their secret collaboration, the bathroom near the playground. His demands are placed on the table again, and this time it is even more unrelenting. Nanami refuses again and again, But the refusal means nothing when the choice isn't hers to make. If she doesn't comply, her world will collapse. The guilt is unbearable. By the end of it, she's left in tears, whispering apologies that her husband will never hear. Nanami and the caretaker meet again and again. Every time, all she can think about is her husband, the man who loves her, the man she is unwillingly betraying. And then, as if on cue, her phone rings. It's her husband, calling from his business trip. He asks how she's been. His voice is warm, kind, and filled with love. She answers and her heart clenches. He'll be home tomorrow night. Relief washes over her. She tells him she can't wait to see him. But even as she says the words, she is standing beside the one person who should never be in her life. The caretaker isn't done. He makes her take some cultural supplements, just enough to make her better. And with each dose, Nanami changes. Something in her shifts. The guilt and the hesitation become dull. The resistance weakens, and slowly, she becomes amicable to his demands. She starts to welcome them, but deep inside, the battle still rages. A single thought lingers in her mind, haunting her. She loves her husband, but she cannot undo what she's done. Sometime later, Nanami prepares something special for her husband. It's his birthday, and she's planned a sweet surprise for him in the kitchen. Her effort and thoughtfulness make her husband feel overwhelmed with happiness. It's the best present he could ever receive. As the evening unfolds, Nanami watches his joy and makes a silent promise to herself. She'll keep doing things like this. She'll do anything to make him happy. But beneath the surface, another reality exists, one that has taken root and refuses to let go. Nanami's life with Kamada, the apartment caretaker, is still ongoing. What once began as coercion has evolved into something more twisted. Kamada's control over her remains. But there's something different now. Nanami has unexpectedly started to accept it and maybe, just maybe, even like it. In their very own apartment, Kamada watches her, commenting on her marriage as if he has a front row seat to her life. And in a way, he does. Time has passed for months. The arrangement with Kamada continues, an unrelenting force she can't seem to escape. The things he makes her do, the control he has over her is a constant weight on her shoulders. And yet, she still hides it from her husband. But now, Kamada has spoiled more than just her life. Nanami isn't the only one caught in his grasp. Two people close to her, Misaki and her younger sister Chihiro, have been pulled into this dark secret. Chihiro had been caught snooping in Kamada's magazines, a mistake that sealed her fate. Misaki, on the other hand, had arrived at a gathering, invited under false pretenses, only to find herself at Nanami's home, which is now a place where Kamada's control reigns supreme. One by one, the people Nanami cherishes have been swallowed by the same force that ensnared her. Kamada has defiled everything she once held dear, and it doesn't stop there. Whenever Nanami's husband is away, Kamada takes full advantage of the empty home. He invites over friends, films their encounters, and turns their private space into something unrecognizable. At first, Nanami resists. But the more it happens, the more she changes. Slowly, she becomes accustomed to it, to the point of welcoming it. Before long, she isn't just participating, but she's also leading. Her experimentation begins. Boundaries dissolve and eventually, a realization creeps in within Nanami. She is now finding more cultural joy with Kamata than with her own husband. One day, an unexpected encounter shakes things up as an old friend. Hino arrives at her apartment on a delivery run. Seeing him brings back memories of a different time, which is a time before all of her suffering with Kamada. She takes a risk and tells him everything, including the secret of the life she's been made to live. Hino doesn't hesitate. He reassures her, telling her that nothing about her is unpure and that she is not unclean person she thinks she has become. Then, he confesses that for years, he has loved her. Since their college days, he's regretted never speaking up. And now, here he is, finally telling her the truth. Nanami listens and feels overwhelmed. She's grateful and, in a moment of vulnerability, she accepts his love in return. But in doing so, she realizes that the burden that she carries and the sins she hides have only grown heavier. Time passes, and Hino visits again. Apparently, He has done something irreversible. Kamata is gone. Hino took matters into his own hands, ensuring that Nanami would never have to deal with Kamata again. Nanami is free. Or at least, that's what she tells herself. But Hino refuses to share what he did. For now, Nanami allows herself to be happy. Life has returned to normal. The nightmare is over. But one thing remains undone. Her husband still doesn't know the truth. Her husband, unaware of everything, stands at a train station. He's coming home early from work, a bouquet of flowers in hand. It's their wedding anniversary, and he has a gift prepared. It's a small surprise for the woman he loves. Meanwhile, Nanami is still with Hino. The two relish their time together, but inside, Nanami's thoughts drift elsewhere. Her husband is the one she loves. This relationship with Hino cannot continue. It must end because she has sinned enough. Her husband steps inside, ready to surprise her. His eyes lock onto something out of place. A pair of men's boots, sitting by the entrance. Nanami, lost in thought, finally makes a decision. It's time to tell her husband the truth. This time, the surprise is hers to give. A soft smile crosses her lips as she prepares to share the one thing that will change everything, and that is the population plus one buff they both have been longing for. In a street filled with clubs and neon signs, Suichi, Nanami's husband, walks alongside a friend. His friend pushes him to embrace his masculinity, insisting that there's no harm as long as Nanami remains unaware. There's a tension in Suichi's eyes. There is a quiet insecurity that lingers whenever he thinks about their handsome neighbor. Shinagawa, the small gestures, the souvenirs Nanami brought home from Shinagawa, replay in his mind, as if fate itself had intervened. Shinagawa stands at a distance, silently watching as Suichi disappears into the nightlife district. Giving in to peer pressure, Suichi spends the evening with another lady. Nervous and unaccustomed to such situations, he finds himself with the lady who is dressed as a nurse. Her charm is matched by her skillful karaoke performance. She assures him that it's her job to take care of his cultural needs. She ensures that his night is filled with the fun of stepping on Legos. The two leave the building together, their connection lingering well into the night. Later, when Suichi returns home, Nanami greets him warmly, unaware of the thoughts clouding his mind. The memory of the nurse occupies his every moment, creating a distance between him and his wife. In the bedroom, Nanami reminds him of their past conversations and of their plans to expand their family. But before the night ends, an unexpected message arrives, which is a photo of Suichi with another lady. Disbelief washes over Nanami, but as she investigates further, her fears solidify. A calling card? Undeniable proof. Confirms what she hoped wasn't true. He had claimed to be working late, yet he had been with someone else. The realization shatters her. The man she loved, the life she believed in feels like a lie. Overwhelmed with heartbreak, she weeps. One night, Nanami finds herself in an abandoned parking lot after having a bit too much wine with Shinagawa. The pain of betrayal lingers in her voice as she confides in him. A quiet concern flickers in Shinagawa's eyes. He listens, offering comfort, but sadness lingers between them. He never imagined Suichi would be capable of such betrayal, but now, nothing stands in the way of what he truly feels. He offers her more than just comfort. He offers her love. Nanami hesitates, reminding him that emotions alone cannot dictate their actions. But Shinagawa is resolute. His feelings for her are deep and unwavering. He won't let go. Torn between reason and emotion, Nanami wrestles with the weight of her choices, her heart clouded by Suichi's betrayal. As they walk toward their apartment complex, Shinagawa promises that his confession will remain a secret between them. One evening, Suichi is relaxing on their balcony, gazing into the night when a faint noise catches his attention. It comes from the next apartment, Shinagawa's home. Something stirs his curiosity, but before he can dwell on it, a message from Nanami arrives. She informs her husband that she won't be coming home tonight. She tells him her mother has suffered an injury. But in truth, she is with Shinagawa. Inside his apartment, they find solace in each other's presence, their connection growing deeper with each passing moment. Days go by, and Nanami begins spending more time with Shinagawa than her own husband. Despite the occasional pang of guilt, she is reassured by Shinagawa's unwavering devotion. Slowly, her hesitation fades, replaced by a newfound determination to embrace the happiness she now finds with him. Meanwhile, Suichi remains oblivious, left alone in the apartment just next door. One night, Nanami and Shinagawa share a heartfelt conversation. Holding her close, Shinagawa reveals the depths of his affection. Whenever he needed a moment of peace, he would retreat to his balcony, lighting a cigarette and listening. Through the walls, he could hear her humming as she did the laundry. That small, simple sound had been enough to make him happy. He had resigned himself to silence, sealing his feelings away. Until now, Nanami listens, her heart swelling with emotions she can no longer deny. Shinagawa's love is overwhelming, passionate, and all-encompassing. It is unlike anything she has felt before. As she looks into his eyes, she knows that she has already fallen for him. Without hesitation, she confesses. Shinagawa's love is greater than anything she has known. His warmth and devotion surpass what she had with her husband. And with that realization, her fate is sealed. Eventually, Nanami makes her choice. The past is left behind and Suichi becomes only a memory. Nanami finds true happiness with Shinagawa. Her story is no longer one of betrayal, heartbreak, or regret. It is a story of rediscovery, of a love that refused to be ignored. And this time, she embraces it fully.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.